The Samsung Galaxy Tab A 8-inch 2019 is a new Android tablet that is quite affordable. It directly competes with the Amazon Fire HD 8 that is even cheaper. Both are 8-inch tablets with quad-core processors running Android. Which one should you get? I'm NJ for mynexttablet.com, and that's what we will discuss in this comparison. First, let's check out their pricing. You can get the Samsung Galaxy Tab A with 32GB of storage starting at around $150. The Amazon Fire HD 8, on the other hand, starts at around $80 with 16GB and around $110 with 32GB storage. Both are 8-inch tablets, so they look quite similar from the front, at least if you discard my color choice. On the back, however, they are much different. While we get a full plastic body from Amazon, the Samsung features a plastic frame with a metal backplate. Because of that, it feels a bit better made. It also is a bit thinner with 8mm compared to the 9.7mm of the Fire tablet. Sadly, both are charged using the older micro USB port. On the positive side, both still feature a standard headphone jack, and you can expand the storage with a micro SD card on both. And sure, we get power buttons and volume controls on each. Now, my thoughts about the speakers are mixed. Samsung's are noticeably louder, which is great when you're watching something with friends or so. However, while we get two speakers as well, they are both placed on one side when watching something in landscape orientation. That means you won't hear any stereo separation. With the Fire HD 8 on the other hand, you get two speakers at the top or bottom, depending on how you hold it. Here you will hear some stereo separation, but it's not as loud. The sound quality itself is decent from both tablets. Both feature a 2-megapixel front-facing camera, and selfies look pretty similar. It's hard to see a real difference. However, there are huge differences what the cameras on the back are concerned. The one of the Galaxy Tab is much more detailed with 8 megapixels than the 2 megapixels from Amazon. The displays are very similar. Both are 8 inches in size, have an aspect ratio of 16:10 and the same HD resolution with 1280x800 pixels. That means both are equally sharp. Obviously, an HD resolution is not perfect, but I think it's fine on an 8-inch screen. Now, both are decent displays with good enough viewing angles. However, when comparing them directly, you can clearly see that the Galaxy Tab A is a bit brighter and colors look a bit better too. With that being said, both are not perfect for the beach or so, but if you really want to use it outside a lot, you will be a bit better off with the Samsung one. Inside the Amazon Fire HD 8 runs a 1.3 GHz quad-core processor with 1.5 GB of RAM and a 16 GB or 32 GB internal storage. Samsung ships the Galaxy Tab A 8-inch with a 2 GHz quad-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 429 with 2 GB of RAM and a 32 GB internal storage. Both have microSD card slots, and you can get the Samsung one with LTE. That's not an option for the Fire HD 8. The Galaxy Tab A is noticeably faster in my Geekbench and Antutu benchmark comparison, especially its graphics performance, and I noticed that during my normal use too. Now, don't get me wrong, basic things like Chrome and YouTube run okay on both, but especially when switching between apps fast, they load a bit faster on the Samsung one. The Fire HD 8 does not feel as snappy as the Galaxy Tab. You should keep in mind though that both are not the fastest tablets. If you want a high-performing one, you've got to spend much more. They're not gaming tablets at all. However, you can do some simple gaming, of course. Simple games run okay and pretty good on both. And you can even kind of play PUBG Mobile on the Galaxy Tab A. Sure, the graphics look pretty bad and you might see some occasional stuttering, but overall I'd call it playable. That's not the case with the Fire HD 8. This one stutters even when you just walk around a bit. There are huge differences when it comes to the software. Samsung is shipping the Galaxy Tab A 8-inch with Google's Android 9 Pie with their One UI on top. Amazon, on the other hand, is using its own version of Android that's based on Android 7. Don't worry about that too much because Amazon is pushing regular updates. They don't work together with Google though. Amazon calls its software Fire OS, and the Fire HD 8 is running version 6.3.1.2 right now. Well, with Fire OS you don't get the Google Play Store. Instead you've got to use the Amazon App Store to install apps. In fact, all of Google's apps are missing and replaced with Amazon's apps. They've got their own browser, their own cloud services like Amazon Photo, and their voice assistant Alexa, of course. Alexa runs pretty well on here. You also get fast and direct access to Prime Video, Kindle eBooks, Audible, and pretty much everything Amazon is offering. If you get the cheapest versions, you also have an ad on the lock screen, but that's not too annoying and you can save some money this way. Now, if you want, you can install the Google Play Store yourself, and you can install most Android apps if you find the APKs. Fire OS is still Android, and most apps do run fine, but not everybody might want or is able to install the Google Play Store themselves. Again, the Galaxy Tab A 8-inch on the other hand is running normal Google Android. You've got access to the Google Play Store, YouTube, Chrome, Gmail and so on. It's basically the same operating system your phone probably uses. Samsung puts their One UI on top, which adds some special features and changes the design a bit, but it's still normal Google Android. Some important features that Samsung offers but Amazon does not is the split screen view. You can open two apps side by side, and Samsung even lets you open apps in free floating windows. So it's probably better suited if you want to get some productivity work done. In my battery test, the Amazon Fire HD8 scored a bit better with a runtime of 14.5 hours compared to 13.5 hours of the Galaxy Tab A. For this, I'm always looping in HD video at medium brightness. Keep in mind though that this test is not perfect because the screen brightness is a bit different. Adjusted correctly, the battery life is probably around the same. Alright, that's my comparison between the Samsung Galaxy Tab A 8.0 2019 with the Amazon Fire HD8. Which one is the better tablet? Well, overall I think the Galaxy Tab A is the winner. It offers a bit better performance, a bit brighter screen, and you get a normal Google Android with some additional Samsung features. With that being said, the Amazon Fire HD8 is much cheaper. It offers fantastic value too, especially if you want it for basic use only. You will be able to browse the web and watch Netflix just fine with it. But you've got to deal with the Google Play Store yourself. And yes, you do get a bit darker screen and you won't be able to play as many games with it. Alright, that's the end of my comparison. If you have any questions, please feel free to write me in the comments and check out mynexttablet.com. I'm reviewing pretty much every tablet that is released almost worldwide. Thanks for watching and see you next time. I'm NJ from mynexttablet.com.